Don't ever go with the flow, be the flow. And I don't need no middleman to talk to my nigga. I understand if you don't understand.
Yeah.
That's where we differ.
Yeah. Welcome to the We Differ Podcast, episode number 15 of the We Differ Podcast. I am your host, Shell456, alongside my beautiful, lovely, and amazing co-host, E. How are you feeling this evening?
Beautiful. How are you?
I'm good. Like I said, this is episode number 15, and we switched up the format, so we're coming every Tuesday. We was doing every Monday, but I did my research, my due diligence, and I realized that the numbers are just better on Tuesday. So it makes more sense to push it to Tuesday. I guess people are out of that Monday grogginess, and they want to tap in more on Tuesdays.
Tap in.
Yep. So that's one thing that we're doing, and yeah. How was your day?
Very lackadaisical.
Who that even mean?
Like lazy.
Lazy?
Yeah. How about yours?
It was cool. It was cool. Yeah. Yeah. I did well in the stock market today. So I'm coming down off a stock market high. But yeah, everything was just straight. Pretty good.
Nice. I broke another nail, so I just wanted to sleep.
Like that fucking blows.
That shit was like painful. So I took a pill and just went to sleep.
Yeah. All right. Before we get any deeper, this podcast is brought to you by the We Differ shop. We got t-shirts, hoodies, and different designs, cool things for y'all to pick up. So check that out. Link is in my bio or in the description. Okay. I want to go into this podcast. It's Black History Month. So I would like to just talk about everything having to do with Black people, our culture, like, Black shit.
Yes.
I think
Black
that would be dope.
King. Yes.
For
Talk
sure.
about
for
it.
Sure. All right. Yeah. Just starting off with this Black power, understanding our worth, our place in this country. The way we positioned ourselves in this country, the power that we obtained in this country. I believe that this country culture is Black culture. I believe we set the trends. We create the music, we create the dances, we create, pretty much it's all Black culture. So I just want to celebrate that, and everybody who have anything to do with that, and all the creatives and all the tastemakers.
Yes, we do. We set everything. We set the tone for everything. Hairstyles, fashion, everything. And I am loving the Black women who are like truly embracing themselves. Like the full lips. You got everybody out here trying to make their lips fuller. And I remember before, like it was like big lips and big noses, like, look down upon. You got Beyonce singing about that shit now, like talking about she gonna let the edges nap up and the fucking waves just dread up and like the nose and all that shit.
Yeah.
So it's lit, it's popping.
Yeah. Just embrace yourself. Self-love. Black people, we are dope as fuck, man. It's dope as hell. Yeah, just back on the trend side of things, and just like musical talents, like I said before, dances and all that stuff, man. We just run the culture, and I think the next step to that is really just ownership, because I believe like we create trends, and we set trends, and we create music, and we create the wave, and we still somehow find a way to give ownership to a different culture, or I don't want to just put it on any
Can we take a step back from that and say not we find a way to give anybody else ownerships, but the others find ways to take ownership?
I would say that if it was 20 years ago, but I feel as though, like, today you can have ownership. I think it's our own fault now
Do you remember last week? Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. B was here, and
shout out my nigga B.
Right, and we were talking about something, and damn, we was watching that documentary on Netflix about was it the crack?
The crack pandemic.
Yeah, so we was talking about that. So I said, well, how long do you believe that Black people are? How long do you think we're going to be able to continue to use this? And I'm gonna say excuse. I'm not saying that it is an excuse because maybe it's a good excuse, but how long are we going to continue to be able to use it? And the both of you said forever. So with that being said,
that wasn't the context. That wasn't the context. It wasn't said as an excuse. You said it was more along the lines of how long do you think this damage will last? And yeah,
no. So if I asked it differently, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, and not to like downplay what happened in the 70s at all. But I was just like, how long do you think we're going to continue to be able to get away with saying like, oh, they fucked our communities up?
Yeah. I mean, it's
because I know it's very relevant today.
Yeah, it's all relevant. I mean, even as far as slavery.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's still, everything is just still real fresh, you know what I'm saying? Because everything is like with new people being born, it don't change. It's more so mindset. So it's mindsets that's been passed down from, these different eras and these different times. With crack is different because that was an actual substance, but with slavery, it was a mindset that was instilled in us. So that's
well, with all of it, I believe like it's trauma that's passed down because even like the 70s, like you got my mom who was born in the 60s, so and your mom was born, in the 50s, so like that's still very relevant. But I only brought that up to ask because you said, we were giving it away and we should be able to, 20 years ago, maybe you'll have a case. Well, no, it's still relevant. That's the only reason why I brought that up.
All right. The reason I don't feel like it's relevant now because I feel like if these kids are out here and the context that we was talking about, like say you get a song and you get a song that's hot, right? So you got a record that's hot and it's going crazy on the internet. You can set up your Apple Music, you can set up your Spotify, you can set up all the things that you need to set up. You can set up your YouTube, you can do all the things that you need to do, and you can make a shitload of money. Get your LLC, build your own company. You know what I'm saying? Like the internet is a cheat code. You can do those things now. Whereas though 20 years ago, 10 years ago, you get a hot song, you still got to walk it into a white man and a label, and he still got to press the green button and say, okay, you're the next one. That's why I said it's like.
Okay, but you're using an example as like as the music industry when
anything. I think the internet widens the opportunity for anything.
You think so?
You can name anything, and I can give you an example. Anything. Yeah, anything. Yeah, so I just don't believe that.
What about clothing brands?
Clothing brands?
Yeah.
They all start from the street.
Give me a really big one that's like something that I know you about to say Milano.
But I can't give you one that didn't sell. It's out. I mean, because
exactly. So
but that started.
The internet is a real big thing, and I think it is. If you want to give the example of, I mean, say cheat code, sure, but it's not as easy as music.
No, yeah, why? I don't see why not. I mean, it's just not. I mean, music is a really, really easy thing. You plug up a microphone, is your voice. I think with clothing brands, people don't understand that takes work. You got to find material. I don't think people are built for that. So that's why I don't think it's as something easy to do as making music. But yeah, I will use Milano as an example.
No, because
why not?
I feel like she can only get so big.
Every rapper wears her she started off in probably like a basement or some shit, you know what I'm saying?
But all right, I'm gonna choose to leave this conversation because
Why?
I'll tell you after.
Yeah, and I
I'll
think
tell you after. But I from what I see about
Mhm.
her, I like her, but I don't think that her clothing brand is like ever gonna be like a Louis Vuitton.
oh, I mean, um I don't know. I don't yeah, I can't say that.
And I said I wanted to like I'll tell you later because I don't ever want to box anybody in. But
Mhm.
what is that exactly what it is? Is streetwear. It's streetwear. That's what it is.
Yeah, but streetwear is culture. So I don't think there's no difference between streetwear and high fashion. Like um
Do you see the prices between high fashion and Milano?
I hear people complain about Milano all the time about her prices being too high.
Her prices, high fashion prices compared to like high fashion.
Yeah,
Her
but
prices compared to high fashion, she's very reasonable, I believe.
with that you're buying perception though. It's just like you're buying into like just a perception. There's nothing different. It's like diamonds. Like when me and B was just talking about the watches that we was watching a music video and all the young guys had these Rolexes and they had all these diamonds in it and it was just like you ruin the watch. Diamonds are not worth anything. So you ruin the watch. It's just perception. It looks more expensive, it's shinier, but it's not nothing else to it. That's the difference between Milano and Versace is branding. It's nothing more than branding.
I think it's because he was a white man.
No.
I believe so.
Yeah. It's just
And when you talk about high fashion, you go overseas and you got all the black people who get into fashion and they fucking with Dolce, they fucking with Prada and all that shit. They go overseas and they be front row and then them fucking you see them on the side of runways and all of that. They be at white, like that's dominated by white people.
I mean, most things are
Yeah.
dominated by white people, but at the end of the day, what's the difference between Tommy Hilfiger and one of these? Name one. Louis Vuitton. Like, what's the difference? Is they both white? You know what I'm saying? It's just branding.
All right, like, you way off, bro.
No, it is. But this is a good conversation because it's like, it's your target audience. Who can you target? So Tommy Hilfiger target white, wealthy men on golf courses, and Louis Vuitton target, a higher so-called level of person. So I just think it's all branded. I think if she branded her brand right, she can be as big as she wanted to be.
I believe she could do. Yeah, I believe she could do whatever she wanted to do as well.
Look at the Kanye man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Virgil.
Yeah, with the off-white shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But where did he go? Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I think it's just harder to get through those doors because you got to, in order to market to somebody, you got to know how to get to them.
All right, but all right,
it's a secret society. All right, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Yes. All right.
So even regardless, almost broke another nail. Fuck these nails, man. Regardless any of that, I was basically making a point. Even without the internet, I mean, even with the internet, a lot of people just don't know how to use it. So you can say, "Oh, it's easy," like you got a cheat code or whatever. But some people, it's like, "Oh, well," like they don't know how to use it. So
that don't mean shit. I mean, if you don't know how to use it, you don't know how to use it.
You don't know how to use it, but if you don't know how to monetize it.
But if you want the opportunity, you'll learn how to monetize it. I don't think that's an excuse. You're like, oh, I don't know how to do it, so I just not. You know what I'm saying? If you want it, you'll figure it out.
Anyway, what else you got?
Okay, so yeah, just food access. Like in our communities, I notice a lot driving around, like going to malls and going in to white neighborhoods. I notice like a lot of different food choices. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like more solid places and healthier dining choices. And in the hood, we got McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? We get all the bullshit.
The bodegas.
Yeah, the bodegas and poppy stores in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we get all the bad choices, and I just want to encourage all of my people to, if you can, uh, look for different options. We do got Uber Eats, which delivers a lot good, healthier places. So we have better choices. We don't always gotta go to the um poppy stores and I don't want to. I really don't want to shit on like pizza stores or black owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? Just find healthy choices within those places. But yeah, just try to make better decisions.
The Whole Foods, the Trader Joe's, and stores like that, they are in the white communities. People often say, well, from what I've heard, that Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, they're so expensive or
Hmm.
whatever. That's where we shop. It's not more expensive at all. Like,
Hmm.
I don't think so. You think
I
our
think Whole Foods can be pricey, but I think Trader Joe's is actually cheaper than a lot of places.
I don't think Whole Foods is, because look, all right, now we about to test this out.
Hmm.
We're gonna go to Acme. And
Hmm.
we're gonna go to Whole Foods. But if you go to Whole Foods, the Beyond sausages, they're $8.99 at Whole Foods, they're $8.99 at Acme. I think they're the same price.
No, but like just the different types of food that's at Whole
Well,
Food.
it's
It's
more
like
variety, and it's like you got
you
organic
might
stuff.
pay like
And if you go
$5
to
for an orange and shit.
Acme, you may not have the organic option for like certain fruits and vegetables.
You think you need the organic option?
I like the option, yeah, and
No,
I definitely taste.
I like eating healthy, but I do think that's kind of
I
bullshit.
taste the difference as well because
I don't. But go ahead.
I'm gonna show you.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna show you,
I taste it. I don't taste the difference.
especially in the broccoli. I 100% taste the difference in the broccoli, but yeah, I think that I think it's kind of like an excuse to continue to eat like a certain type of way when you say, "Oh, there's no options" or whatever.
But as far as that, like I'm speaking more so like the fast food places because even if you go to shop right in the smack dab in the middle of the hood, you can shop healthy.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
just that like we look past this shit.
B-
We look past and we shop for the bullshit. So
a
like
lot of times
instead
at
of
those shop right, so they don't be having the options.
yeah, but
Like, I'm not saying that they don't have healthy foods at all, but they like the options at a shop right in, let's say, in Ardmore would definitely be
hmm
wider than the shop right on 52nd Street.
hmm But nonetheless, I mean, for real, you can go to produce junks and them joints is everywhere, and you can get healthy choices,
Yes.
food like anywhere you can. It's right. It's plain as day, right in front of our face,
Mhm.
and you know, it's so many of our people that's suffering from all these diseases, hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes,
Diabetes.
and these type of things that can be just like easily remedied. One, they can be remedied. You don't catch it and you have to live with it forever. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
Yeah.
eat healthy and make better choices and get rid of it. And you know, I think yeah, we just gotta make better choices and eat better and
How easy is that? I know for me, it was rather easy to make like a few dietary decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So a few years ago, what was that? Almost 4 years ago, well, What the Health came out.
Mm-hmm.
I was a vegetarian before that.
Mm-hmm.
But What the Health came out, a whole bunch of people was like, oh, they went vegetarian, they tried it out. I know a lot of people who didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, like, seeing something like that is traumatizing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't a lot of people, I guess, like a lot of Black people as well, they'll see it and it's like, oh, well, my mom made chicken, I was brought up on this, and this is just an example.
Yeah.
But a lot of times the meats, they be having cancer, and like they just color that shit and they sell it to us or
Mhm.
whatever. And I know we're not farmers, we can't get that shit, like we can't go straight there. But if it's a lesser chance of me getting cancer or consuming cancerous meats,
Mhm.
I'm gonna like go vegetarian. And when I
All right.
first
Well,
went
how you feel about what is the other meats?
Pest-
Non. Do they sell
non-GMO,
meat? Yeah. Yeah. What about that?
yeah, they do. But I don't trust. It's like a part of not trusting, because have you seen that video with the big ass chicken? Like the chicken was bigger than us. Did you
Mhm.
see that? That shit is gross. Like and I just feel like the industry, like the meat factories and all, they just can't be trusted.
Mhm.
And what I was actually gonna say, when I went vegetarian, like Black people
Mhm.
ridicule me. Like I only ever heard it from Black people. Like, oh, like they still to this day. It's
Mhm.
been this would be the 8th year.
Mhm.
Ever don't eat meat.
Mhm.
Like, what the fuck? You want this chicken? Here, just take a fucking bite.
Mhm.
Like, I'm like, yo, like, and I only get this from Black people. Like, I don't get it from white people. Like, at all.
Yeah.
But it's like, what the fuck is that? Like,
Yeah.
it's like they look down
Yeah.
on somebody wanting to live a healthier life.
I think, like I said, it's our culture. You know what I'm saying? Our culture, we was just raised on certain things. Like soul food is in our soul. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that's like it's just is in our DNA. And um, you know, eh, it's good in moderation. You know what I'm saying? I don't think everybody should just jump ship and become vegetarian.
Yeah. And
But
I don't think it's nothing wrong with eating meat. Like, I
yeah,
really like people who eat meat, that's fine. I don't want to eat meat,
yeah,
but the people who like look down and like, well, I mean, and I know you've had a completely different experience
yeah,
from becoming vegetarian than I have,
yeah.
but like, I don't say to people who eat meat, like, ew, that shit
Mhm,
stinks or anything like that.
mhm.
Uh, You know what I mean? Which
Yeah,
it reeks like horribly.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You want to talk about Black people in tech? That's
Mhm.
what we got.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, let's talk about just the us needing more blacks in tech and in that industry. Uh yeah, yeah. We just need more black people and more need more diversity in a lot of different pockets and in a lot of these different industries. We need to open our eyes to a lot of more different things. Everything is not um rap, sports, and things like that. We can get our foot in the door, educating ourselves and learning different different uh talents, having different talents, like putting your kids into coding, at early ages. I mean, you teach a kid how to code, like the world is kind of limitless to them, because I mean, we're living through an era where everything functions off of a computer or a phone. Once you know how to code, you can create worlds on these platforms, and people will pay you extraordinary amounts of money for those different type of skills. And that's just something that I don't see black people talking about at all. Coding, you know what I'm saying? Just certain types of engineers, like tech people. I know before Nipsey passed, and I watched the interview of this guy, and he's brilliant, and I forgot his name. I should have did the research before I got on here, but if y'all look up Nipsey Hussle and the black guy that did the tech, and he did all the I guess
Oh, he had created the programs, right?
he
I
created the
remember.
program at the marathon store. People like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this guy was in a bidding war. I forgot he worked for a big company. It might have been Tesla or Apple. And the story that Nip took his daughter to like Starbucks or something, and they walked past the guy, and Nip was looking in his computer. When Nip walked past him, he looked in the guy's computer and he saw like this crazy shit, like, you know, some engine, like some wild shit that he didn't realize what it was, but he realized he was doing something crazy on his computer. And he stopped and talked to the guy, and the guy was saying, "Yeah, I'm such and such, and I do this at this company." And I guess Nip took his phone number, and when the guy was in between jobs, Nip hit him up like, "Look, I need somebody like you. I'm building something big over here." And the guy obliged, and he started working with Nip. And I would love to see what this guy is doing now, because he was next level. But yeah, we need more black boys and girls to lock in. And if you're a black parent and you're hearing this, just consider looking into it, putting your kids in the code. And sports and all that is cool. Like, I think that's dope. I think sports is amazing for, like, teamwork creates good mental habits and good people skills. But coding you can build the future, and we can build the future. And right now the future is being built without us in these rooms and in these buildings and in these companies. And that's this I we can't let that happen.
Yeah, that leads me to what I wanted to talk about. The last thing.
Mhm.
I feel like we do need to be a part of the decisions when it comes to systems.
Mhm.
Even like Google something, like Google a word,
Mhm.
and um like our lingo.
Mhm.
If English, I mean, and how many years later, centuries later, English, now we're in America and we're speaking in we're using the language of English,
Mhm.
and our language should
Mhm.
be embedded in this at this point now, like
Mhm.
all our lingo. um but I was talking with my friend about like gentrification,
Mhm.
and I posed the question: would you have an issue with us segregating at this point, or do you want us to continue to try to integrate into
Mhm.
integrate further into America?
You asking me?
uh yeah.
Uh, do I think we should be integrate? Like, I don't believe in segregation.
Okay. Well, me personally, just like white people,
Mhm.
they built suburbs. They bought up land and built suburbs.
Mhm.
I believe that black people should do the same. Especially people like myself. Like, I don't really care to be integrated.
Mhm.
Um, but if we are going to be integrated, I believe that those systems that I just spoke about need to be in place. Um, yeah, I wouldn't mind like just living somewhere with a whole bunch of black people. I'll trust them. I
Yeah.
trust us.
In theory, this shit sound bomb. I
Yeah.
think it sounds dope in theory, but I think this country is just built too far. Uh, we're too far along.
Like, just like it's white communities. Why we can't have like
We are in black communities.
no? Why can't we have not in the ghetto though? Why can't we, just like the white people chose to create the suburbs, and it's high commodity to be in the suburbs. Like, why can't we create that? And I think that would be lovely if I could be a part of something like that, to create that.
That would be dope. That would be
Yeah.
dope. It would just take a lot of unity and
Yeah, of
a
course.
lot of yeah, it would take a lot.
Yeah. And I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. That's dope though. That's definitely a dope idea. All right, we are at the 30-minute mark.
Really?
Yes.
I thought we was out of an hour. I was about to say.
No,
We went over.
30-minute mark. We would like to thank y'all for listening to the We Differ podcast once again. We switched our days to Tuesdays, and it will be Tuesday morning, every Tuesday morning, like no Tuesday afternoon, no none of that. Like Tuesday mornings, fresh new podcast every Tuesday.
Holding your ass to that.
For sure. Thank you for y'all listenership on Spotify, Apple, y'all viewership on YouTube, and like, we love y'all. We Differ podcast, and we are out.
Peace.